Alright, let's see. Shalom and welcome to Putzin About with Captain Judaism. I'm your host, Captain Judaism, and I'm going to be playing Touhou 14. Touhou 14 Double Dealing Character, the 14th Touhou game in the main series, now available internationally off of playism.com. Now, unfortunately, the problem with this is Touhou 14 on Playism is $14.99 US. That's not the bad thing, but it's the Japanese-only version. The problem with this is, well, it's Japanese, and unless you know Japanese, you're not going to get much out of this. You can play the game without any real difficulties. However, the problem is if you want to know the story. Now, I know you're thinking the menu here is English. Yes, that's how the game, the start menu at least, is. The main menu is in English. And now, when I start to go into it, this is English as well. Yes. The thing about this is the Playism, the game you get from Playism, runs well with the Touhou Patch Center. The Touhou Patch Center, or thpatchcenter.net, I believe. You can just Google that, honestly. It includes an automatic patcher that includes fan translations into the Touhou games. And that is unfortunately the only way to get this game into English. Now, I'm honestly not a huge fan of that. I was hoping they would have translated it before they brought it over, but unfortunately, what are you going to do, you know? But now that it is available, I figured, you know what? I'm going to give this game a little run. I've played this game a little bit in the past. As you see here, I now have the extra start. This typically only happens after you've beaten the game, and you only get the option to play this stage as you complete the story mode on normal. And I see people joining in. Thank you for joining me. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why this game didn't seem to contain any of my data. As you saw everything there, I won't be able to access the extra start without beating it, so that's my thing there. Every Touhou game allows you to... I'm only going to start here in normal mode, by the way, because these games are insanely difficult. So, I apologize. Easy mode is typically easy if you know bullet hell shooters. Normal mode is a lot more difficult. And hello, Jordy Jones, thank you for joining me at this late hour. You really don't need to be watching this, especially because all the pretty colors are going to be quite straining on you, I'm quite certain. Oh, actually, now that you're watching, how does everything sound? Because I've had a couple audio things in the past, which I hope I've cleared up by now. I'm just going to sit here waiting for a response. While I wait, the three characters are the standard Remu Hakure and Marisa Kurosame. And for the newcomer, well, she's not really new, she was in previous games, but for this game we have Sakuya Izuyoi. I honestly prefer her compared to the other characters. Her bomb's kind of terrible, but she herself is actually a pretty neat character with an interesting playstyle. Every character here has a unique ability associated with them. Remu has a smaller hitbox, as all characters have a 5x5 pixel hitbox in the middle of their character. I believe Remu's is like a 4x4 or a 3x3 pixel, so incredibly tiny. Marisa is kind of boring as she collects items a bit easier, and Sakuya's merely has the items drop slower. It's also effective for collecting things, but as you still need to rush up, it can still cause some problems. Now, I'm going to play through this on Sakuya as I prefer her to the other characters. And if you want to see colors knocking you out, Jordy, let me show you this game. And hello, Kid Cousin, thank you for joining me. I'm going to begin now, and let us start. And prepare for pretty colors. The game starts pretty simple, as you can probably see right here. The game doesn't actually start to get difficult until stage 4. This is pretty standard for the Touhou games, as it takes a little bit for the stages to get difficult. Now, I'm afraid I should have actually read what Sakuya's shot types are, because I forget what this mode actually provides. If you ever have any questions, by all means let me know, and I will try to find time in between everything shooting at me to to respond. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jordy. Hopefully this won't be too much of a problem for you, because this starts to get quite intense after I get past the initial stages. I'm mostly playing this on normal mode, because I have not actually played this game in about 2 years, I believe, would be the time frame. I used to play it all the time when it first came out, but obviously as I started to... Oh goodness, I remember this shot type of hers. Actually, no I don't. I thought this is one that... There's one that has her aim... You have to aim it manually, and it's something I've never quite understood how to do properly. And... Sorry for the lack of response there, just looking at the chat here. While I have a moment to talk, because I'm up to the first boss, which is Wakasaga Hime. If anyone wants to listen, read, or watch the story, let me know, because otherwise I'm just going to hold control and zip straight through this. Now, one thing about these Touhou games, as I state several times, feel free to make fun of the artwork all you wish. The artwork is not all that good. Zune is known for the music, which is currently playing. Hopefully you guys can hear it, because this game has some really good music, and for terrible artwork. As you could have probably seen right there. Now, her initial patterns, as she is just a first stage boss, are not all that interesting, I'm afraid. But unfortunately I will need to be quiet occasionally, just to make sure I get the patterns to go through. Or find the patterns so I don't get hit. That's the first spell card, which counts as effectively the lives for these for the bosses. Is you have their normal pattern followed by the spell card. The spell card is like an additional life bar that makes things a little bit more difficult for you. But I'm afraid first boss for the first stage is not all that difficult. I'll probably stop talking when I actually find a pattern that will actually need me to concentrate. I will say her theme, compared to the stage theme, is a lot more energetic, very interesting, and... there you go. And the music, in my opinion, only gets better as the game goes on. And the one thing that you have to see about this game is you get those green parts are actually bomb points. You get one of those as the more of these blue point items that you collect at a single time is the chance improves your chance of getting these spell card things. These spell card drops. The more you collect at once. See where it said no bonus right there? That is actually means I did not collect enough in a very short amount of time, which is why you keep seeing me run to the top to collect them. Once you collect a specific amount, you will get everything from either a bomb part to a health part. I unfortunately am doing quite terribly at the collecting part. Yeah, these games are actually quite difficult for people who have not been playing them for years. I've been playing this type of game ever since, what was it? Imperishable Night. That was actually no. The one after that, Phantasmagoria of Flower Dream, which is Touhou 9. Not one I'm entirely fond of because it's a versus game, and I'm not a versus type person. But it has its place for competitive people. So. Not me. Alright, and that, when you collect a very large amount of... Oh, sorry to see you go, Jordy. Thank you for giving me a moment of your time to take a look at this. I hope you, hope you enjoyed it a little bit. Well, you have a good night, Jordy, and I'll see your stream tomorrow, most likely, if you're streaming then. And hopefully you'll drop by again. Hopefully, I can always try dropping the bitrate if anyone else is having difficulties with this. It looks good on my preview stream here, but if anyone else is having trouble, just let me know. And now we're on to the second boss. This starts to pick up in difficulty a little bit more as we fight Sekabanki. She also has a rather decent theme, and she is a Dullahan, which this game is filled with Western-style demons rather than Eastern-style, which is the standard. It doesn't get too difficult on her normal nondescript pattern, as we're looking at here. I apologize for any uhs that I'm doing, but I need to focus on the fight, as we can see here. This is when it starts to get interesting. Now she has her head following me around to block my shots, but wasn't much of a problem, as we saw there. Now I'm getting a nice little stockpile of bombs. Can I collect that? No, I cannot. Darn. Oh well, I still got plenty of bombs in my name, so it's not too much of a problem. I hope you guys are enjoying the soundtrack, as Sekabanki probably has one of my favorites in the series. Not quite as good as the final boss. Oh, yay, and I got an extra life. And here, another not too difficult pattern, because those heads are shooting aimed lasers at me. The only thing I need to focus on are these actual random blasts that we see coming at me, and we're already on to the final spell card. I already forget how we... Oh right, this also has trapping lasers with aimed shots. Another pattern that isn't too difficult to avoid, as you can see right here. And then I unfortunately get myself into a corner. As my eyes are actually on the bottom part of the screen for the most part to see where Sekabanki is actually moving. But another boss down. No one ever said anything about the story, so I'm still just skipping past that. And now we're on to the third stage. 3 more to go. And now it's going to start picking up again a little bit more. Before, and this boss here has another great theme as they... Oops, almost ran up and ran into those. As this is actually going to be a pretty standard now, as I think every boss except for the 5th one has a theme that I particularly enjoy. Ah, good, and I got another life piece, that's good. Sorry, I'm being quiet here. I know these patterns aren't that insane, but I gotta focus on making sure I get the safe passageway anyway. Because it'd be embarrassing to have to waste a bomb on a mob enemy. And here's the third stage, mid-boss, which is Kagero. She is a werewolf, as you will see later, even though it doesn't quite make a whole lot of sense when she transforms, but... And that's my first death of the fight. That was terrible. I knew that was probably gonna happen, much like that. What I did there was actually called a death bomb. If you get hit as soon as you bomb, you negate the hit, and instead, you use a bomb. I can't believe I actually got hit. That was a terrible, terrible shot on my play on my part. She wasn't even doing a spell card. But, alright, let's grab all these and continue the fight. Okay, we're getting another one of these busy screens here. There we go. Not too difficult. Unless I want to actually try and get everything. Which I'd like to do, but not gonna happen. Didn't even get a bonus, so no bomb pieces for me. But that's alright, as bomb pieces do refresh when you die if you have below 3. And now we're on to the third boss. With another good theme. But unfortunately, this is when the game starts to get a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to be quiet a lot more. There we go. That is her transforming into a werewolf. Sorry, time for me to be quiet for a moment. Sorry. Alright. Spell card 1 down. I don't know the names of them, without being able to stop to sod it. Oh, that's pretty neat spell card, actually. Freezes all the bullets on the screen and turns them on to point items. I'm happy about that. Alright. So, as this starts to get quite interesting from here on out, as I said. Because these spell cards are only going to get worse. The only difficult part of this one, though, is the ending part. Otherwise, it's just simple, random pattern avoidance. And that is you have to find the places to avoid as they slowly move. I really dislike slow-moving bullets like this. It really messes up the pattern. Especially because then you get these quick, randomized bullets coming at you. And that's the third boss down. We are now onto the fourth stage. This is when it starts to seriously pick up. Now, the story for this game actually isn't that it is the standard. Stuff is happening, beat them up, have a cookie. That's about it. And because all you need to do is go to places, shoot magical girls with knives in Sakuya's place, and tell them to stop it. Oh, goodness. That took me by surprise. Sorry. As I was not expecting the lasers to come out like that. But as I said, now we're going to get to the part where I'm actually going to have difficulty talking during these stages rather than just during the boss fights. Late stage card. Ah, good. More! Oh! As I said, this is when it starts to get quite difficult. I'm going to be quiet a lot more often now, so I am going to apologize ahead of time. Knew that was going to happen. Because, wow. Yeah, I did terribly there because I didn't know how to avoid that. And now we're to the mid-stage boss. So not doing too badly, but she has curvy lasers. Curvy lasers are everyone's bane in Touhou. Oh boy. Got it. That's a panic bomb because I wanted to make sure I got past that. Oh boy. That was a definite panic bomb. I was perfectly safe. But not much to do at this point except continue. If anyone sees the pattern here, by all means let me know. Because I'm just focusing on everything falling at me. Oh, well, I got another life piece waiting for me, thank goodness. But I had to make certain I got past that alive, as I'm not doing so good at this point. I don't have... Oh well. Well, I have 4 bombs, 2 lives, with 1 heart piece, and I'm at the boss of the 4th stage, which is Yatsuhashi Tsukumo. A Tsukumo is actually a Japanese spirit. Now we've gone from the Western demons, or monsters, into the Eastern, as these two are embodiments of instruments. I'm afraid I don't remember what they are, but they were brought to life by a mysterious power, which is why our character is here, investigating why random items are coming to life and attacking people. I don't think these people actually end up giving us any useful information story-wise. Remember when I said that the fourth stage is when it starts to get really difficult? I meant it. Alright, what do we got here? Unfortunately, I don't really like her theme as much as Kagero or Sekabanki's. It isn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't have the energy or oomph, or catchiness, if that counts, in it as the others do. Yes, I'm gonna have another extra life. That is a good thing. I have no idea, man. I got no idea. Oh, yes I do. And I see the pattern, and I still balls it up. Good job, me. Oh well. Oh goodness. Quiet time. Alright. Now we're on to the, I believe, her final spell card. I'm probably going to be bombing this, aren't I? Yes, I am. That was a panic bomb. I didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway. Oh, great, though. So she herds you with these things on the bottom. That was terrible. But I'm committed to bombing now, so I might as bloody well. Stage 4 boss down, though. Bonus failed, I know, but 2 lives, 1 bomb. Luckily, the 5th stage isn't too difficult, but it has a rather interesting gimmick to it. We're fighting someone who has the ability to turn everything upside down, which includes the spirits, as you can no doubt see here. And it only is going to get worse, because enemies come after you in very interesting patterns, and the bullets show up in different ways than they should be, because, as you saw right there, reverse ideology, or the reverse castle, is speaking to why everything is upside down, which is why this stage is not as difficult in terms of bullet patterns, in my opinion, but I say as I end up having to bomb, because I talked myself into a corner, it seems. Oh boy. I could have bombed there and I messed up. Good job me. And imagine, this is the easy part of the stage that we're doing right now. But part of the problem is Sakuya is not a great character in this instance, as her shot type is excessively weak. There's the mid-boss, the one who's turning everything upside down, and doing things such as having velocity-changing bullets. And I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna get to the boss. I'm way out of practice here because I am doing quite poorly on this boss here. So I apologize for doing as poorly as I am. If I had a bomb that could actually defeat bosses easier and had a much better shot type, I wouldn't be doing so poorly. But sadly, I said I wanted to use Sakuya, so Sakuya I am using. Crap. So, yeah, that's a look at the normal mode of Touhou 14. I did positively terribly. I should be able to beat this game. I've beaten it before on all of the characters and all their shot types, but I guess this is what happens when you haven't played it in about 2 years. I apologize if I haven't for being quiet for parts of the stream, but as you no doubt noticed, I had to stop talking to concentrate, and even then I ended up getting my butt whooped. But I actually just want to do a quick stream to show you the game. Let you know that, again, it's not available on Putzin.com for $14.99, but it is the Japanese-only version. If you wish to get this in English, I'm afraid you're going to have to Google the Touhou Patch Center or head to, I believe, thpatch.net. I'm going to be doing more streams in the future, so I'd like to thank you for watching this with me and keep me company while I did this. And if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. Just subscribe to twitch.tv/CaptainJudaism or follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/CaptainJudaism. Thank you very much for watching me. Shalom, and until next time.